this, the CPL Under 18 Boys Cup section. And the Rebels, the Heat defending champions from CPL 6. They'll be looking to hold on to the ranks. As we see Cameron Wells at the back, distributing with a scrum cap on, suffered a few concussions. The Heat played with concussions this year. Cameron Wells obviously wearing the scrum cap. In goals, they've got Ethan October. Ethan October taken out by a striker early on in the school season. He suffered major concussion, didn't make it back until the last game where he played against Wynberg in the second side. So it was great to see him getting back into action after a long injury stay. Players to look out for in this Rebel side, of course, you've got Mahlodi Maseko, the SA Under 18A player. He will be playing towards the middle of the field as well as up front. He's someone who's going to add a turn of speed to this Rebel side, and you give him the ball inside the circle and he'll finish it. Moving further down, you've got the Under 16, Daniel De Vet. He is a midfielder from Saxe High School. He played in the Western Province Under 16A side. Also had a good IPT campaign, and it was great to see them exploring different options, playing under 16. There you've got Maseko on the ball. As well, you've got Chad Julius, who will play at the back, a defender from Wynberg. Played in the SA Under 17 side, as well as Ryan Groenewald, who will be joining him at the back. He'll be one to watch, especially for his flicks. He's got a couple at the top of the circle. He's got a nice overhead and a great slap. So Groenewald will be someone to watch out for in that side. Moving over to the Heat. Rockstar side packed, as we've already mentioned. Cameron Wells at the back. Chavez Sanger, he will join him. The SA Under 17 selection as well. He's playing on the far side at the moment, on the right hand side. Harry Morgan, a Western Province Under 16A player from last year, was recently announced as a deputy head of Bishops in the week, so massive congratulations to him. Matthew Lassen, Namibian Under 21, playing in the midfield. You'll see him just behind the man on the ball there. Another midfield maestro in Aidan Hughes, and SA Under 17A player. Successful IPT campaign, winning it with his Western Province side. And then, of course, you've got Daniel Wrightford, Wynberg defender, also selected for the SA Under 17 selection panel. So an absolute jam-packed side, but most notably for this Heat side, the captain, Joe LaRue. He has been someone who has taken the school season by storm with his flicks, his calm demeanor at the back. He runs games. He'll be a super valuable asset for this Heat side. As we see now, Charlie Naylor on the ball, looking for that connection towards the top of the D, doesn't find it. Immediately clears out to the left-hand side. Lovely bit of hands. Finds Maseko in a battle with Wells. Out to the right-hand side we go here. Through Tristan Joseph. Nothing's going to come of that. De-entry, just a long corner here. Imitle sends it out round the back. Joseph looking for a connection up towards the baseline. Into the circle. Wilkins steps, but he makes a mistake. Gives possession back to Maseko, who just got done in by Sanger, who took the free hit quickly and has launched this Heat counter-attack. And just running over the sideline there from the Heat. They're certainly going to be dangerous when they get this ball moving. Jake Ascot Evans finds Maseko, who's dispossessed. Wins it back, though, in the midfield. Carries out of trouble. Finds January at the back. Now to Joseph. Naylor asking for it to be out there. Maseko A lovely battle in the midfield. Looking to turn open a few times, but it's been a stick in the way. He goes for the aerial across the park on the run. My goodness, that is some skills from Maseko. Dispossessed now by one of the best 1v1 defenders I know in Aiden Hughes. Through the middle of the park, go the Heat. They'll win the free hit. Looks to be the number 105 there, Jared Paulser. Doing well for his side. Into the circle. January cleans up. But he's found one of the Heat players on the far side, and they'll look to put something into the circle just outside the D. Paulser finds Hughes. He's going to go on his reverse. That's what his textbook elimination skill is. The shot comes in from Hughes and saved away by the goalkeeper, Mali Musasa. SA under 17 goalkeeper in Mali. He'll take some beating to get past him. Ascot Evans wins it in the middle, taken off his stick by Joseph. Imitle back to Ascot Evans. There's space on the far side if he can get it there. Right foot steps. Sanger eventually cleans up at the back. Looks out to Hughes, playing on the right-hand side. Back to Sanger. Wells. Finds Hughes slightly higher. Maseko just drifting onto Hughes. He knows where he wants to play the game. Ball over the top. The vet picks up. Pops it onto a foot. Play on is the call. As now we got Joseph with some speed down the right-hand side. Sends it out, and it'll just be a sideline free hit here for the Rebels. Ascot Evans looks to deliver, but no one was there on that occasion. The Heat really stepping up, putting pressure on. And that's going to leave a lot of space for the danger man, Maseko, who beats, carries onto the baseline. Wells with a timely tackle. Ben Hartman on the ball. And unfortunately, the blow not going his way. For Hartman, he's a tricky carrier of the ball. He moves it with great speed. It's tough to defend against, but here we go. Sanger sends it up. A great tackle from the Rebels as they'll launch their counter-attack. Rightfoot does well to just knock the ball over the sideline. The Heat applying a lot of pressure here. As you'll see, they'll be closing the back door, as we like to say it. Basically cutting the pass out to the centre backs. And what that does is it forces the Rebels to play in one side of the pitch. Very good for defenders as they get to defend a lot smaller area of the field. But you can't be giving the ball like that away. Here we go. The Rebels with the open shot. October cleans away safely. Ascot Evans loses control over the sideline and gives possession back to Wilkins. Wells just needs to look for his midfielders. He's got such a powerhouse in Aiden Hughes. LaRue when he eventually makes it onto the field. Right foot at the moment as well. Up the line they go. Nothing to come from it. Rightford getting caught in position, sends it to Wells, who will pump one up the line. Picked up by the Rebels. They've got some speed down this bottom corner. Can they get anything out? It'll just be a long corner. Needed to get that one in the air. Did the number 1, 2, 3 of Butle Kama. And that'll be the first short corner of the game. As easy as you like. Popping it onto a foot. The Rebels find the first one. A massive moment for them. They haven't had much of the possession. It's been fairly even. And it looks like we've got Ascot Evans lining up at the top of the D, as well as the man we spoke about earlier. Hasn't done much yet. But Groeneveld stands up on Castle 2. Groeneveld it goes to, flicks low, pops up off a stick. And another short corner is awarded. It's not dangerous because it popped up off a Heat player's stick. A great call from umpire AB. The vet injects. Groeneveld once again picks it up late this time. And a free hit out is awarded. Looks like it was a back stick. Wilkins looking to take it quickly. Morgan sends a massive overhead down the park, but well managed by the Rebels defenders. Ascot Evans. A brilliant piece of fake space implemented from Aidan Hughes, who fires it to Harry Morgan. Harry Morgan on the edge of the D. Dispossessed. But Hughes once again wins the ball back as he enters the circle looking for the PC. Sends it across the face of goals. And nothing's going to come of that one. Morgan just missing the near upright. But a great piece of effort from these Heat players. Certainly, as we said, turning up the pressure. Just conceded that penalty corner. And that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter here. A classic clash, it seems. High energy, high pace, lots of pressure. We remain goalless between the Rebels and the Heat. We'll see you after the break. Good evening and welcome back to the second quarter here in this under-18 boys clash between the Heat and the Rebels. Morgan with a snapshot. A great save from the Rebels keeper. The Heat really having a couple of early chances here. Lovely ball into the circle from Lassen. Flat on the backstick. Groeneveld clears. Chavez sang on the ball to Wells. Finds Lamani Makaleni. Deflection comes in. Still with the Heat though. As the reverse stick shot comes in, just rolling over the back of the ball. Gifting possession back to the Rebels. The Heat certainly coming out with some fire, as they'd say. As cliched as it might sound. Lamani Makaleni defending there. Brilliant piece of work from him. Also one of those players selected for the SA under 16B side. Over the top they go. Great pick from Rightford. Finds Lassen. Brilliant ball to Morgan. He's got a 2v1 here. Can he find it? And just out of the reach of the number 94. of Tongai Malingo from Somerset College. Once again, Rebels looking to outlet from deep. They've got to find their strong players and Kama in the midfield and Maseko slightly higher up. But that's much better from them as they find some speed. They've got the dangerous Maseko drifting onto the top of the circle. Falls kindly for them. And a penalty stroke is awarded. It was a brilliant counter-attack from the Rebels. Carried with the ball out in front. Got in between two defenders. And then the Heat players climbed in to make that tackle. And now we have Mahlodi Maseko steps up against the goalkeeper of Nathan Krauscher from Raleigh. Maseko goes right and finds the opener here. A textbook finish from Maseko. The Rebels almost finding that goal against the run of play. The Heat certainly dominating the second quarter early on. But a great counter-attacking effort led to some space for them. And eventually a penalty stroke awarded. And now we see a card getting handed out to the Heat boys. It's all going wrong for them at the moment. De Wet fields the overhead. Into the midfield through Mihle. Sanger picks up. Shot comes in from the number 90. And just wide of the upright for Mustafa KG. The Weinberg striker. Morgan. A workhorse in the midfield. Looks to turn the ball over, but Maseko comes away with it. And that's a beautiful ball to Hartman. Hartman looks to go with a one-time shot. Probably not the best option for him there. If he had just held the ball up, he would have had a couple of strikers coming his way. Wells. To Sanger. To Lassen, who's looking to carry out the back. Finds Makaleni in the midfield. He's got an overlapping right foot on the right. It's better from the Heat as they create a 2v1 up the far side. Can they find the 2v1 now? Makaleni looks to distribute to someone inside the circle and no one came towards him. It's almost as if no striker wanted the ball. But that gives the Rebels a chance now on the counter-attack. Carrying down to the left-hand side. Turns Wells inside out. Still with the Rebels. And a stick tackle infringement will mean the Heat get out of jail free there. Wells just being caught a little bit too aggressive. Overcommitting in the tackle and was able to be turned inside out, as we say. Right foot now. On the free hit, Hughes back on the park. Certainly been missed in the midfield as Aiden Hughes. Heat. Onto the baseline they go. Can they get something out here? Still with them. Play on is the call. Looking for the short corner. Wins the free hit just outside. Looking to move at 5. Hughes on the ball. He's got to get the ball in the circle here. Looks to take the free hit quickly. Make sure that the players are all retreating. Into the D they go. Lassen looking for the backspace shot. Maseko does well. He comes all the way from the other side of the pitch to make that tackle. Love the banter between him and the boys. De Wet under pressure. A lovely inside tuck from De Wet. He goes on his reverse. What's become part of his game is that flashy reverse stick. Fortunately, just not executing it on that occasion. Through the middle they go. Lassen with a brilliant turn. Now to Hughes. He's going to have a probe. Finds a high-lying striker who just can't keep hold of the ball. That's all that the Heat players are missing at the moment. Is someone up front who's going to be the man to keep possession in the circle, possibly win a short corner. So they've got plenty of flicking options to the Heat. Here we go. Aiden Hughes takes on Maseko. Won the free hit just outside once again. Lassen delivers. It's loose. Ethan January under pressure. Naylor just pops it over the baseline, looking for a pass. No one was there, unfortunately. And that'll be another 16. The Rebels breathe another sigh of relief. Groenewald, under a lot of pressure, goes over the top. That's a brilliant chuck. Now to Josephs. Sanger on the ball. Finds Lassen. Lassen's looking for Hughes to make a move. Doesn't, so they send it out round the back. We've got Rightford now moved to centre back. Wilkins on the right. Plenty of defending options here for the Heat. Aiden Hughes. As I said before, he loves that backhand little tuck. He carries onto the baseline, looking for a short corner. Groenewald does so well there. Midair makes the interception and clears for the safety of the line as well. Lassen now. He's going to have a chance to offer some flary hands. And just jabbed over the sideline, but it looks to be Topper. And conceding the free hit. Lyle Martin does well for the Rebels. Big tackle coming in from Lassen, and he won't get away with that. He's got to be careful. You don't want to concede a card in the first half with just under 2 minutes left on the clock. Naylor cutting, putting pressure on Groenewald. Turned over in the midfield by Hughes. He's got Lassen out to his left-hand side. Lassen turns. He's got space on the reverse. To Naylor, who fires home. A brilliant team goal. It started from a counter-attack. One in the midfield by Aiden Hughes. He found Matthew Lassen on the left-hand side. Lassen, a little shimmy and a deceptive upright backhand pass. And Charlie Naylor in a great position to put the finishing touches on the leveler here at Western Province Cricket Club. Rebels not wasting any time. They want to get a goal back on the stroke of half-time. KG, shot comes in. Keeper makes a save, but it's still with KG. He'll lose his stick. The stick went further than the ball on that occasion, but Hughes is on the charge. He's got space and numbers. Makaleni. Now to the T-point they go. Porsa with the shot. Looking for a foot. As we said, with just 30 seconds left, that would have been perfect for the Heat, winning themselves a penalty corner, but not to be on this occasion. KG will be very upset with his attempt at goals earlier on. As I said, the stick almost flew further than the ball. But here we go. Makaleni once again. Dispossessed in the midfield. Out to the right-hand side, looking for De Wet with just seconds left on the clock. Can he find anything? He's got high-lying strikers. Rightford does well to just pop that one over the sideline. And that will be that. It's end-to-end stuff here in this clash between the Heat and the Rebels. We are level at 1 apiece. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you after the break. Good evening and welcome back to the second half in this thriller between the Heat and the Rebels. We saw the opening goal came from a counter-attack which eventually led to a penalty stroke converted by Mhlori Maseko, and the Heat answered back with a lovely finish by Naylor to put them back level. Naylor goes for the big slap. Will just be a long corner once again. Musasa just sorting out his pads. Hughes on the ball. He's going to look for Lassen. A lovely redirect ball into the circle from Paulser. No one's on the end of it, so it will just be Rebels who'll look to get out of three. Maseko. Chased by Paulser, now by Hughes. They've had a great battle, these two. Maseko's going all the way. Beats Wilkins. Still with Maseko as it's in the final quarter. Finds Imitle. Pops it over the top. Ball into the circle now. We've got a shot coming in and a great save. Sanger under pressure. Rides a couple of tackles. And is able to win the free hit. Rightfoot's got to take this quickly. Opts against it. Wilkins back to Rightfoot under pressure now once again. Sends it out to Lassen. Throws a ball into the midfield. Paulser doesn't pre-scan and he misses. Ascot Evans coming through. Lassen to Hughes. To now Paulser. He's got a man up front as Paulser. There we go. Harry Morgan. Past Marley Musasa. But it was a great save. A real golden chance there for the Heat, and Musasa holding strong. Shot comes in. Once again, Musasa forced to make the save. Clears wide. That's really the sign of a great keeper. He's under pressure. He's just made a save. And he still has the presence of mind on that occasion to think where he needs to save the ball. Of course, that's high-level goalkeeping there from Marley. Groeneveld out to the right-hand side. Now finds Ascot Evans. Morgan finds Paulser in the midfield. To Hughes. He's got Lassen to his left. He's got to look to come to the right-hand side though. Goes aerial. And no one was on that one. Possibly looking for Morgan, but being tightly marked. Not sure that was the best option for Aiden Hughes. And we see the bench. Coach Pierre Leroux alongside assistant Ben Wiley. We've got some really high quality coaching staff here at the CPL. Pierre Leroux, ex-coach of the SA men indoor side. Also coached the Western Province Creek Club men's side and done plenty of years throughout the Western Province ranks through boys and men's hockey. A hockey icon in the Western Cape, that's for sure. Here we go. Rebels once again. Wilkins steps, makes a tackle. Rightfoot cleans up. A hectic tackle coming in there from Wilkins, and that will be a short corner. Maseko, the danger man. He's done well. He just rode the tackle. He knew Wilkins was coming in. He's almost turned into him to force that infringement. And this will be the second penalty corner of the night for the Rebels. Second one of the game as well. Maseko will certainly have a flick from the top here. He likes a bottom left. He goes bottom left, he hooks it, and that'll be a 16. Taken quickly by Aiden Hughes. Finds Lassen. Lassen, good slap down a left foot. Now to the high-lying striker of Sachin Pillay, who just couldn't get a hold of it at the end there. January doesn't waste any time. Now carrying down the sideline is Butle Kama. Lassen makes a steal. A lovely under-the-shoulder pass to Aiden Hughes. Finds Porsa. He's got Morgan up front. Couldn't find him on that occasion. Just needed to go for the shorter pass. And on the attack now go the Rebels. Still in possession down that far corner of the field. They've got numbers in the circle. The Heat have to flood back and defend here. And they do just that through Matthew Lassen. Hughes sends it up front. And it was a great step from the Rebels. But eventually just given possession back to Hughes. Into the circle they go. The flick shot comes in. And once again the game's opening up. Maseko on the charge. Gives it to Kama. Out to the right hand side they go. Big ball into the circle. And pops it onto a foot. Does the high-lying striker. It was Maseko who eventually got through the lines and effected that redirect, we'll say, onto the foot of Daniel Rightford to find the third penalty corner of the evening for the Rebels. Now we've seen Maseko with that flick. He's looking to go left-hand side. It's clear. He just hooked that one. The last flick fairly wide past Daniel de Vet's ears. Now we've already seen a green card being awarded for time delays on penalty corner defense equipment. Let's see what's going to happen here. Stop is good. Maseko flicks. Well run down by the first wave and unfortunately onto another foot, so it will be a re-award. Fourth short corner here for the Rebels. They need to score. It's a big moment in the game. 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Game's opened up. Players are getting tired. It's a massive mental gain if you could get this one over the line. They go for the variation. The straight beat comes in. And it's just wide of the upright. As I said, a massive moment. I don't know why they went to the variation. The Heat running with a 2-2 setup. But their third wave is running quite high for those variations. They're almost trying to block out the whole goal. Run all the players through. They were getting the flicks off. They just needed to beat the keeper. But anyway, here go the Rebels once again on a counter-attack. Mitle fakes the pass down the left foot. Eventually gives it. Oh, Wells with a brilliant tackle on his reverse. It's brave. And it's world-class execution from Wells. Hughes changes the channel now. Inati to Morgan with the upright. Groeneveld does well to pick that ball up. And De Vet cleans up. Maseko, plenty of space in the middle. As I've said now, the game's opening up. There's a lot more space for these players to run into, to carry and find a pass, but an interesting phenomenon taking place there. Schoolboys, as it seems, as my research has gone by, that the longer they run with the ball, the less chance they have of making a successful connection. So let's see how far that goes in tonight's affairs. Wells does well once again to just make that tackle on the reverse stick. Inati out to the right hand side, finds Rightford. A brilliant overlap run from him. Now to a high-lying striker. Onto the reverse they go, looking to be direct to the Heat, but it is the number 7 of Caleb De Lange, the under 18 ball line side player he's certainly keeping strong at the back here. Hughes turning inside and out. The Heat are on the charge. They've got to get something out here. Just 2 minutes left in this quarter. Can they get the ball into the circle? Makaleni fires one in. Wilkins will pick it up. Into the circle they go, but met with a flat stick. January, really good defender, Namibian. His indoor roots coming out strong there. Up the line goes Ascot Evans. Mistrapped by KG. So it will be Wilkins. The time slowly running up on the clock. Can either side get anything out here? The vet on the charge. It's a good chance for the Rebels. There we go. My theory proven once again. Imitle carries. Looks up. Long ball. Picked up by Rightford. The vet. Just winning the free hit there was Rightford. Now with Hughes carrying to open up the outside channel. Lassen. Couple of body feints. He does well. He's going to take this quickly. He does so. He gets his eyes up. And he finds the penalty corner on the stroke of the third quarter buzzer. That is a massive moment in the game for Lassen. He did so well. It was the shoulders that just got the players flying in drips and drabs. And now the Heat will have an opportunity from the top of the D. So you've got Thomas Day lining up on Castle 2. And the number 162 of James Armstrong from Bridge House on the second Castle. I wouldn't be surprised if this is going to be a variation. Cameron Wells on the left, potential slip left. Goes to Day. He flicks. It's in the bottom corner. Textbook stuff from Thomas Day. On the stroke of the third quarter, the Heat take the lead for the first time in this game. Thomas Day, the hero, as he makes his way back towards the coaches for their chat. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's certainly getting exciting here at the B Turf at Western Province Cricket Club. So we'll see you after the short break. And we're back for the fourth and final quarter here in the second game of the Under-18 Boys Cup section, where the Heat have just struck a great goal from Thomas Day, sending the ball into the bottom corner as close as it gets. Here we go. Aidan Hughes winning the ball in the press. Looks for the switch with Day. Shot comes in. And just in the nick of time, defenders getting towards it. Now, Karma for the Rebels to DeVet. Back to the top of the D. The shot comes in. Maseko just wide. He'll be upset with that one. He had a lot more time than he thought. October back in goals As I said, lovely to see him after what's been almost 6 months of concussion. To see him back in goals, it's great. As now the Rebels look to enter through the top of the circle. Wells does well again. Paulsa with some speed down the left-hand side. Finds his high-lying striker, who's dispossessed. And just a free hit going to be the call over there. Joseph on the ball for the Rebels. They go over the top. Picked up by Hughes. Not sure that's the right idea. I'd like to see them trying to find Maseko a little bit more. They've moved Maseko from midfield position up front. And he hasn't seen much of the ball. The chance that he did have, he fluffed. Sanger goes over the top to Lassen. Calmly pops it over one stick. He's going to go down the baseline here, Lassen. Brilliant ball in now. Inati, carry strong. Gets control of the ball inside the circle and just pops it onto the back of his stick, unfortunately. Umpire AB wanted like a bonnet. And we've got Ryan Groenewald going over the top. Unconvincingly so, but he does the job. Morgan picks it up in the press. He's got some speed. Sends it out to the left-hand side. Ball across the face of goal. And it's a great pickup from Lyle Martin in cover defense. Carrying the ball towards the sideline and winning the free hit. That's great defending. Groenewald with a much more convincing overhead this time. Finds Karma. To Maseko. That's where we want to see him on the ball. Big tackle coming in, and this will be a card. Tackling from the wrong side. And it looks like we've had quite a collision here in the midfield. You see a player wrapped up there, Chad Julius, probably a bit sick. Or still injured at the moment. He's a really strong player for this Rebel side. They'll be missing him at the back. So it looks like Aiden Hughes and Mahlodi Maseko have had quite a collision in the middle of the park. Hughes wasn't the initial tackler. This was another Heat player coming in from behind. But I think as Maseko was falling, he caught Hughes. And he's a tough lad, is Hughes. And he's certainly hurting. So we'll restart with the Rebels free hit. Out to the left-hand side they go to Martin. A great little receive inside. Feeds the ball towards the T-point. Here we go. Hartman with the shot. October clears, but still in possession are the Rebels. And that shot just wide of the upright. A very good opportunity there for the Rebels. Taken quickly. Hughes carries into the park, in the middle of the park. If you were. Inati rather. Carries. Dispossessed by Ascot Evans. By DeVet now. A brilliant left to right execution, but just couldn't find the pass going forward. It's getting a bit scrappy. Both sides seem to get a bit tired, not executing those passes. And a brilliant tackle by Sanger. Pops it onto the foot of Jared Matthews Bakoa, striker from Stellenberg. He's had a great year for his side. And now we go Lassen, dancing through the midfield. Wells. Options left, options right. Goes through the middle of the park to Hughes. That's a great ball. Hughes losing out on this occasion. A great pick from Butle Kama. But Wells gives chase, effectively wins ball back. Sanger. To Inati. Tough one for him to trap. Bouncing, coming up behind him. Fortunately, just finds a foot there. There's a channel open here for the Rebels. They're looking to find Hartman. Again, we haven't really seen Hartman on the ball tonight. I'd like to see him more of an outside link. Potentially on the right-hand side. He's got such a turn of speed as Hartman. He'll be his ability to run around defenses. As you see him giving chase in the press there, putting immense pressure under Wells. I think he'll be very effective if he gets on the right-hand side. Now, Martin once again with a brilliant step. Finds immediately in the midfield. Maseko is back on the park. Whistle's gone. Rebels win the free hit just outside the 23. Mithle. Got numbers. It's a touch. October forced to make the save. Rebels applying a lot of pressure at the moment. Just 4 minutes left. They're desperate to find something. Find a way past Ethan October in goals. To level it all up here. They look to take it quickly on the Rebels. Imikle. Looks out to January. Groenewald aligning real deep. Oh, it's a great ball into the midfield, but picked up by Wells. Launches the counter-attack. Through Pulsar. Now, out to the left-hand side. The backhand shot comes in from the number 95 of Sachin Pillay. He could have carried that a little bit longer, I feel. Bring the keeper out. And then the space would have opened up for him to arc. But in the heat of the moment, he's made an error there. Imikle, dispossessed. Still with Martin though, as he carries into the midfield. Lassen forces the pass to Porsa. A great leave from Lamani. Lassen's dancing. A great tackle from De Vet coming back on his reverse. And it gives possession back to the Rebels as you see the Heat players flooding numbers back. And that's the work rate we're talking about. Lamani Makaleni, who initially has made 2 tackles in that phase. And there we see a green card for not being 5. Looks to be number 126 for the Rebels. Jaden Moon, a midfielder from Bishops. He is going to sit for 2 minutes in the naughty chair. A sizable aerial comes over the top, fielded by Nati. Oh, Pillay. He made that interception, well, from his own teammate, but the initial pass was for Lamani Makaleni. But nevertheless, here go the Rebels with a great chance. Inside the circle, shot comes in. With so many players around the P spot in the far post, all he needed to do was find a pass, and he skied that out of the park. Something AB de Villiers would be proud of. Heat breathe a massive sigh of relief, as that was a golden opportunity for the Rebels. But here we go. Thomas Day turns inside, and that is absolute class from Thomas Day. He's had a look at the clock, and he said, boys, we're going to slow this down. Take an opportunity from the top of the D once again. That is great play from the Heat. Great game management as well. The Rebels will be kicking themselves after a golden opportunity was missed up on the opposite side of the field. Now to be defending a penalty corner with just seconds left on the clock. There goes the final whistle. Wrong field. The Heat Once again, goes to Day on Castle 2. And it's a stick save. Brilliant from the Rebels. Janu Fabricas in goals. But the Heat still pouring pressure on these Rebel strikers. And it'll all be a long corner. Out to the right-hand side they go. Finds Naylor. Can he get something out? And unfortunately falls into right foot. But Maseko, he's going to have a dart. Off for the upright backhand. There was a high-lying striker in KG, but they just couldn't find him out. Sanger turns inside, gives it back to Wilkins, who's under pressure. And that will be that. The final whistle goes here in the second under-18 Boys Cup section. An incredibly close battle between these two sides, but it was the Heat victorious by 2-1 over the Rebels. A great game. It's ended with the Heat taking home the first victory, the 3 points. Well, don't go anywhere. We'll join you shortly after this for a post-match interview. Right, we're joined here in the post-match interview with Matthew Lassen from the Heat. Matthew, a great win there to start your CPL campaign. It was certainly tough coming back from a 1-0 deficit in the first quarter, scoring those 2 goals. How was it for you out there?
Yeah, we found that game like it was quite intense at the start, going 1-0 down. But we had our team talk, and then Pierre and everyone, we just said, let's get into it, let's just have some fun and enjoy the tournament and then enjoy that game. And then that's what we did, and that's why we scored our 2 other goals.
For sure, it was an absolute clutch finish from Thomas Day, bottom left banker. Is that something that you've worked on in the trainings?
Yeah, the one training session that we had, we prepped our PC quite well. Injections and everything, we just had to prepare for this turf. And backing Thomas to score, that was just what we had to do.
For sure, lovely. And then what are you looking forward to in the next couple of days with the CPL? Who do you think is going to be the strongest opposition here?
Yeah, looking forward to the next few games with the boys. It's good to get to know everyone. Toughest game I'm going to say is going to be the Raiders against a few Sachs boys there, Jody Erasmus, and looking forward to that game.
For sure. Thank you so much, Matty, and good luck for the rest of the CPL. Cheers.